What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Next game on the docket. We got the beautiful Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Oh, man. Just give me a good game and I'll be happy. That's all I ask. Just give me a good game. Nice back and forth, high scoring affair. No slugfest. Pats win. Probably, honestly. Ooh. What's up? What's up? What's up? Patriots probably win in the end, but hey. As long as we get a good game, I'll be happy. We'll say that 49ers game ended in a very nice fashion, at least. So, I'm very happy about how that game ended. Ending in a positive way. What's up, Dreamy? Welcome back. Oh, I keep saying welcome back. Welcome back, Dreamy. Oh, man. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night's game, I guess. Right? Because I gotta root for the frickin' Squealers. But I gotta be positive. Because remember the Steelers, blah, blah, blah. Wait, the game already started? Okay, game already started. I did not even realize that. Wow. I don't know why I thought this game was like 8:30. All right, game already started. My dumb self. I thought the game was 8:30. I don't know why I thought the game was 8:30 it started. All right, well. And there goes the Stephon Diggs. First down. I'm sitting here like, yeah, the game starts at like, 30. It's all good. Like, we have time. Nope, not at all. This game was ready to go right away at the gate. Oh, I guess Stevenson's now their running back. That's cool. All right. It's like, did not realize any of that. All right. Second down and 6, 4-yard run by Stevenson up the middle. And that's going to bring up second down and 6 now at the 48-yard line for New England. Let's see what New England has cooking up their sleeve. Third down and 6 after incomplete pass intended for Hunter Henry. Brings up third down and 6. Looking like Drake May would have been May. Trying to do something here. Ever since Tom Grossi has done that like would have been May thing, it has literally been stuck in my head so much. Well, hello again. What's up, John? What's up? What's up? What's up? But yeah, ever since he did that, it's been in my head forever. Like, would have been May. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. We're going to see how tonight goes. And hopefully we got a good game tonight. As Drake May gets sacked by, oh, wow, Odafe Oweh. So Oweh, the old ex-Baltimore Raven, getting the sack on the play. So great play right there by the Chargers. So Chargers trying not to charger it up this game. I think that's really the whole definition here is the Chargers just don't want to charger it up. But that might be easier said than done. Because the Chargers are also the Chargers. All right. So they're going to punt. Chargers now get the ball at their own 20-yard line. Starting at their own 20-yard line. All right. See what the Chargers have up. Squashed. Let's go with that. Sure. All right. First down and 10 for the Chargers. Ha 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 ha. Like I said, I'm just going for a high-scoring game. Absolute good game. Blowout back and forth. We're all happy. Everything's all good. That's what I'm looking for. Anything less than that will be less than perfect. Come on, Chargers. O-way or on or your way? Yep. What is his name? Like Olaf Oway or something? He was a Raven. The Ravens traded him to the Chargers, and I don't really know why. Because, like, I feel like the Chargers, in a way, I mean, they're utilizing him a lot better, I'll tell you that. Ravens didn't really utilize him at all correctly. So, oh, man. What's the point spread on this game? New England minus 3.5. Okay. But they also had the the Panthers, I believe. They had the Panthers game, like, minus 15 for the Panthers or something. I mean, minus 15 for the Rams. And that did not go the way that we thought it was going to go. We thought the Rams were going to actually, like, destroy them, I think, according to Vegas, but did not work out according to Vegas. I feel like Vegas sometimes puts some crazy point spread. Good evening. Good evening. I feel like Vegas puts some crazy point spread sometimes, right? Knowing people might, like, fall for the trap and go for it. But reality-wise, it's all bullcrap, and that they know it's going to be, like, a certain game. Like they'll be like, oh, yeah, the Rams are going to destroy them. But reality-wise, they know, like, bro, Rams are not going to be that team. Although I will say the Rams almost lost twice in a row this season to the Panthers. See, that would have been a fun stat to look at. Like, if the Panthers would have lost, right? The Panthers would have won. That means that the Rams would have lost twice to a team that's not in their division. I wonder what the situation there is. Like, when's the last time that happened in the NFL? So it makes me mad that the Bills won. Yeah, I feel you on that one. But at the same time, the Jags are the Jags, man. They got to find a way to lose. Trevor Lawrence got to find a way to lose. First down and 10 after a 14-yard catch here by Harris. Rams are America's team now. I don't think that's even, like, semi-correct. Like, I don't even think that's, like, in the same ballpark range as being correct. I don't think anyone, like, that's not even close, actually. I don't know who would be America. I guess the Patriots are America's team then. 9-yard run for Justin Herbert. Bro, he is low-key now became, like, a running quarterback. Herbert has become a mobile quarterback so freaking much lately. He's actually more of a mobile quarterback, I feel like, than, what's his name? Than Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts has been trying not to run. Lamar's been trying not to run. Herbo's been like, we run the ball all the time. And Vital has 2-yard run up the middle. Can we bring back Ordell Thurman, linebacker, 2005? Can we bring back? You want to bring him back? I think he's... About the guy, I'm guessing he's retired at that point. I would assume he is what they call retired. What we need back though is some, like, I was gonna say we need Vontaze Burfict energy back, but we really don't, bro. Vontaze Burfict was like, he was insane. False start penalty is gonna bring it to 1st and 15 here. No play. All right, man. Come on, Chargers. I got faith though. I got faith in the Chargers. Got faith that they're actually going to do something on this drive and not just go 3-and-out like the Patriots did. See, here's the problem is now that we're in the playoffs, some of these quarterbacks are just going to suck. You know, now we're in the playoffs and some of these quarterbacks are just not going to be good. Some quarterbacks do in the regular season, some quarterbacks can do in the postseason. Like Lamar Jackson. He sucks in the postseason. Herbo pass to Quentin Johnston, and that's going to be a gain of 3 yards. Brings up 2nd and 12 here at the 43-yard line. Nice. That works out. 9:59 to go in the first quarter here. Almost skipped a whole entire quarter right there. Let's see what the Chargers. Oh. Okay. 2nd and 12. Hate this ref, Ron the Cheat Tolbert. Why do I feel like that he has screwed us over many, many times, Sean? I feel like I remember that name. Incomplete pass intended for Quentin Johnston. I feel like I remember his name way too much. Hold up. Now I gotta look this up. What's his record with us? Ron Tolbert. Record with Bengals. Let's see. And I know it's obviously like him and his crew. It's not just him, but actually, surprisingly enough, he's 10-5 with us. Yeah, he's 10-5. Wait, 10-5 is like, yeah. So he has reffed 15 of our games, and 10 of them he has AFC and Super Bowls. Okay, AFC Championship game. That makes sense. I was gonna say because so Tolbert, we won 10 games, 10 of 15 games that he has coached, that he not coached, but that he has reffed with us. So 10 of 15. So we're 10-5 right now with him. So we actually have won games with him, ironically enough, with him being our ref. And again, obviously it's not just one ref, right? It's like a whole, you kind of get the ref crew, but still. A delay of game on 4th and 2, delay of game penalty on the Chargers will make it 4th and 7 now at the 48-yard line. So they're going to have to punt the ball. Chargers go 3-and-out. Patriots go 3-and-out. We are in an interesting situation. Come on, boys. In the refs versus KC week 2 last year and the Steelers game in week 13. Okay. I'm just surprised. The one ref that absolutely sucks is the Allen guy. Whatever his name is, the Allen dude. The one, the Broncos guy, the Broncos hate or whatever. That's the one ref that I know absolutely blows. So, at this point, when it comes to refs, I will be honest, I see them all as the same. They all cheat the Bengals. They all screw us over. They all have favorites. Like, I just see all referees as the same. So, like, you're like, oh, this guy, that referee. I'm just like, yeah, same old, same old. They're going to do, every referee is going to do the same thing. So, I just accept the fact that the referees are going to screw us over. Refs is, today we had, I think it was the Jags-Bills game. They did that virtual measurement crap, and I hate that virtual measurement so freaking badly. So if you guys did not see in the Jags game, it was like the 4th and 1 for Trevor Lawrence, and they said first down. And if you watch back the play, it was easily not even close. It wasn't even close to first down. And the virtual measurement said first down, so the referees instantly said, okay, first down, which is stupid, because when you watch it back, you can see he was like a yard and a half short. But the virtual measurement said first down, so they had to challenge the play, and they ended up moving it back. Which I'm just like, bro, I don't even understand. Like, if the technology, right, if we're going to go with that technology, it can't get it wrong. You know, like it can't have a problem or have an issue. Which is like, that's really the biggest issue. And like they said, we spent like what, 10, 11 years working on that technology so that we can have measurements in games and have everything perfect. And in 11 years, every time I've seen that measurement, it usually is incorrect. And then it results in the team having to challenge it and then go through a whole system. Kobe Bryant had in-game slow motion, no replay. NFL is 30 FPS. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's like we get the technology, right? We work on it for 11 years. It still doesn't even work. Like, the NFL is a billion but trillion-dollar industry. You would think they would have that technology, like, perfected, right? Like, just have it to a point where it works every single time. But it was still at that point where it does not work. And it would make the game so much better because the Bills had to waste a challenge flag for pretty much nothing. Like, clearly he was short. Anyone with eyes watching the play could see he was short. Even Jags fans on Twitter was saying, they're like, yeah, he was definitely short. Steelers haven't lost a Monday Night Football game since 1991. You know, that's one of those crazy stats that, like, they bring up, like, during a game. I realize that would be one of those crazy stats that they'll bring up, like, during the Monday Night Football game. Like, you might have just brought up a stat that they were getting ready to bring up tomorrow night. 2nd and 11 here after a loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 11 at the 7-yard line here. So Henderson up the middle for a loss of 1. So Stevenson so far has 10 yards and the other guy has 1 yard. So I think, to be honest, the Chargers are probably going to commit to the run here and make what's his name beat them. They're going to try to make Drake May beat them. And Drake May threw an interception. Drake May gets intercepted. Pass intended for Hooper. And it's going to be an interception here for the Chargers, sorry. And that's going to be 1st and goal now at the 10-yard line for the Chargers. So, just like that, interception by Drake May. Stupid mistake by the Patriots. Dumb mistake by the Patriots there. 4-yard run up the middle for Justin Herbert. Gain of 13. He had 13 total rushing yards today. So he's getting the job done in the rushing department. He's definitely getting the job done there. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line here. Let's see what they have shaked out here. Man, at least we're going to get some points here. At least we're going to see some points here. Even if it's 3, I'm happy. Because, you know, that 49ers game, we were lucky to see 3. All right, and it's going to be a run for 3 more yards for Herbert. Dude, Herbert is mobile today. Wow. He's scared to throw. I know, because his hand, he like freaking broke his thumb or whatever. So he doesn't want, he's been doing this like the last, like, I think it was the last like week or 2? Like last couple weeks. Since he got hurt pretty much and came back from his surgery, he's been refusing to throw the ball. He's just been running it every single chance he gets. So now it's just resulting in him literally just looking like a running back. All right, 3rd and goal at the 3. And it's going to be another run for Herbert. 1-yard run. 4th and goal now at the 2-yard line. So they're going to set up for a field goal. So they got the interception, and they're going to get 3 points out of it because literally all they did was run Herbert. 3 rushes, all Justin Herbert. All right, well, I guess Patriots throwing interception really didn't do much to hurt them. They went for it on 4th and goal. They went for it on 4th and goal and did not get it. This is not the day for points. This is not the day for any type of points. If you like points in a game, today's not your day. Today is not your day. All right, well, Patriots takes over now at 1st and 10 to 2 as the Chargers go for it on 4th down, and they do not get it at all. Incomplete pass intended for Keenan Allen. Chargers tried taking the lead, and they wanted 7, not 3. You know what they say, though, a beggar can't be a chooser. Is Zach Taylor coaching Chargers? Apparently that is actually a typical Zach Taylor play call right there. That's a typical Zach Taylor concept right there, and did not work out at all. Wow, Patriots got bailed by that. They got bailed by the fact that the Chargers were actually stupid. Thankfully for the Patriots, the Chargers were actually stupid enough to go for it on 4th and goal. I'm surprised they didn't just run Justin Herbert up the middle at that point. Because that was literally the play calls. Like, it was literally just 3 runs in a row. 1st down, scramble for Herbert. 2nd down, scramble for Herbert. 3rd down, scramble for Herbert. 4th down, throw the ball incomplete. And just accept your fate. All right, Patriots. Let's see what they do. Where's their running backs? I have no idea. They do have Amarian Hampton, the rookie, who looks really good. But I don't know if he's hurt or something's going on with him. I don't know. California 3-0, Pennsylvania 0-2, and that Bear win. Ohio State versus Michigan's coaching? Yeah, maybe. At this point, I'm going to go with a fluff it. Who knows? Oh, man. I just want points. I just want to watch points. That's all I care about at this point. I know I've said that a million times, but it's like, bro, every single time we watch these games, this is it. This is what we're getting. I think it's just because I was spoiled. We were spoiled yesterday. We were spoiled so badly yesterday with such good football that today feels like it should be a repeat. All right. Something happened. Hold up. What happened? Holy moly. Okay, well, 48-yard catch right there by Stevenson out of the backfield. And that's going to be a 48-yard catch. 1st down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Oh, baby. Let's go. All right. A 48-yard catch by Stevenson. I will take that all day, every day, baby. That's what we call being great. That's what we call being great, man. Excuse me. All right, 1st down 10. Come on. There we go. And it's going to be a 5-yard run for Henderson. Okay. 5-yard run brings up 2nd down and 5 now at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Let's get some points here. Patriots score a touchdown. I'm already happy because the Eagles lost, so I don't have to deal with Eagles fans now. Looks like the Bengals defense. Yeah, pretty much. Although if it's Bengals defense, it would be all tight ends. So, scramble by Drake May, 4 yards up the middle. Brings up 3rd down and 1 now at the 41-yard line. Although last night, Colston Loveland had like 130 yards or whatever against the Packers, and that reminded me so much of the Bengals defense. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, this is typical Bengals defense behavior. Okay, we always give up crazy games to the tight end position. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, yep, this is it. Like, that is typical Bengals defense behavior right there. And it's going to be a 1st down, and this is going to be Stevenson, who's going to run it up the middle for 5 yards. So they're going back and forth with their running backs. Surprisingly enough, unlike the other team, the Chargers, who literally are only using their quarterback to run the ball. So, but I think it's because the Patriots defense, I think the Patriots defense are committing to the run and trying to make it so that the quarterback, Herbo, beats them, and that's it. They're trying to make sure Justin beats them and not their running backs. So, they're going to give up anything through the air as long as they shut down the run. Which so far, Herbert's not really understanding. Stevenson up the middle for a gain of 6. Herbert is 6'6". He is. He's a tall man. High scoring game right now. Yeah, 0-0. But we might get a touchdown here because it looks like the Patriots can actually score. But if you watch the Texans versus Chargers game, it was hellacious. It was literally nonstop, nobody scoring or moving the ball at all. Incomplete pass intended for Stephon Diggs. Brings up 3rd down and 4 now at the 30-yard line. I'm ready for baseball too, I agree with you. Who are we cheering for here? That's a good question. Zach, I want the Patriots to lose, but Zach, because we want the Steelers to win, we would want the Patriots to win, because the Steelers lost to the Chargers earlier this season, right? But they beat the Patriots earlier this season. So therefore, we want the Patriots to win. Right? Yeah. Because until tomorrow night, we're rooting for the Steelers, right? And after tomorrow night, I'm not rooting for that team ever freaking again. And we're not extending it. Wings want Patriots, so okay. All right, 4th and 4 here. It's going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt for the Pats. Now, the Pats kicker is kind of like iffy. Like, he's sometimes good, sometimes bad. Hearing me say, we want the Steelers to win it, so... Dude, it's like literally peeling skin off my bones and absolutely crying myself to sleep, okay? You don't have to, like, rub it in, man. You don't gotta rub it in, bro. I hate that team so much, too. But, you know what? You donated it. We did our pack, so we agreed to it. We're agreeing to it. Haley does want the Patriots, yes. Oh, worth every damn penny. Yeah. Zach, you're so funny. You're so funny, Zach. You're so funny. Yeah. Anyway, they got a 1st down on 4th and 4 as Drake May finds the receiver for 7 yards. And then Drake May gets sacked. And that's going to be Pate. As that's going to be a sack. 2nd and 18 now. And that also moves it back to a 47-yard field goal attempt again. 48-yard field goal attempt, actually. Drake, not receiver. Oh, Drake May's offensive line failing him early in this game. That's like the 2nd time I believe he got sacked. So the guy is getting the pressure already. Chargers do have a good defense, though. They do really have a good defense. All right, before the end of the 1st quarter, It's going to be a 20-yard catch by Chisholm. Or Chisholm. Eric Chisholm. 20-yard catch. Who the fluff is Eric Chisholm? 20-yard catch. Sold his soul, at least not the Ratbirds. Dude, well, I mean, I only sold my soul for like a day. So, it was like a solid day we sold our soul for, okay? A day and a half. It's it's a thing we just had to do, Helps out the channel, helps us do what we do. So, we sold our soul for a day and a half. For the Ratbirds, there is no price. There is no price for the Ratbirds. All right, first down and 10 here at the 11-yard line. We might get a touchdown sometime in the second quarter. We're not getting in the first, baby. We're not getting it in the first. We might get in the second. At least that's a positive. Try to keep as positive as possible with some of these playoff games. You know what? That first quarter it's all in good fun. Yeah, I know, Zach. I appreciate you, man. I know. You're not telling me to get a tattoo with the Steelers, so you're good. But that first quarter was 31 minutes long. That's kind of crazy. That might be the fastest first quarter I think we have seen in some time. 31-minute first quarter. Although I will say I do want the Steelers-Texans game to go by fast. Not because of the whole thing, but just because of the fact that that game is probably going to be a slugfest because the Texans have a really good defense. So, would like that to not be 6 hours long. All right, come on. Saw it in the second quarter, baby. Let's go. You know what? One thing I would love to see them do? I'd love to see them, and I know they're not going to do this, obviously, right? Because it's the playoffs. But if they could do, one game, no commercials, just one game for the playoffs, that would be so cool. I don't know. I mean, they would probably make you, 31-minute quarter noted. Yeah. If they could do that, for the playoffs, one game, they would obviously make you, do a subscription service or something. That would be such a cool concept. But usually what the commercials do is when players, huddle up, right, and they're walking to where the ball is, that's when they play commercials. So, if there was no commercials, you would literally just see all that crap. And, I mean, remember we used to have, Red Zone, where it was, no commercials Red Zone? Now it's, you get Red Zone, but it's, commercials, I think it's, 20, 15-second commercials through 8 hours, which isn't, awful, but it used to be, no commercials at all. Unfortunately, it would never be enough to make up the revenue loss on ads. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it sucks, man. Because, I don't know. Even then, during, no commercials, you could show us maybe, the players or something, kind of break down stuff. I don't know. There's stuff to keep that football energy going. Because I feel like commercials kind of take it out of you. Stevenson is going to get a handoff here for a gain of 4. And that's now 3rd down and 4. Nice. Yeah, but they make so much money off the revenue. There's just no chance. But, hey, incomplete pass on 3rd and 4. We'll bring up a 4th and 4 now at the 5-yard line. And there's a chance we see them go for it. Chargers went for it. Let's see if they kick a field goal. They went for it already once on this drive, so always a shot. But at this point, I just want points on the board, so I hope not. And they take the 3. Okay, there we go. Goose Egg and Drake scrambled. Okay. Interesting. At least we got some points. At least we got some points in the first half. Because this game is the way this game is headed, it's headed for like no points at all. Like this game might be 3-0 at the end of the game. How this game is going. And that scares the crap out of me. Alright, man, come on. Huzzah! We finally did something in a game. Alright. Chargers, now go down the field and score a touchdown. Alright? And also, preferably stop running your quarterback and run your running back. Because if Chargers lose a quarterback, I don't want to know what their backup looks like. Who's the Chargers' backup quarterback, actually? Low-key. Hold up. I'm looking that up. Chargers' backup quarterback. I feel like he's probably like a no-name guy. Oh, Trey Lance. I'm an idiot. I remember. Yeah, that was Trey Lance. They only have one backup on the roster for tonight. I feel like that's probably not the smartest idea in a game where your quarterback just had surgery on his hand. I feel like you should probably have more than one quarterback on the roster. Drake May does worry me in the AFC, though. He does worry me, but he's so, like, weirdly inconsistent. And that's what kind of doesn't worry me, I guess. Like, he can worry me because he has really good flashes of games, and he looks really good. But then he just, like, kind of falls apart at random scenarios. I think it's that kid that used to be in Washington, JK. Yeah, Trey Lance. He used to be in San Francisco, actually. But Trey Lance also went to Dallas at one point, got traded to Dallas. So he's been everywhere. Trey Lance is like a piece of soap in jail. He's been used by everybody. Jim is a quarterback. He is. Jim Harbaugh. Played for the Colts, he played for the Ravens, and he played for the Chargers. He got passed around too, though. All right. Yeah, but he's only his second year. He continues to improve. Might be scary to see. I think what it comes down to with Drake May, and I think Drake May, I don't take away anything from Drake May, but I think Drake May is going to come down to the team that gets built around him, right? I like the coach in Mike Vrabel. I think he's a great coach, but I think it really comes down to them actually correctly developing the team around him. I don't think Drake May's ever going to be like a Patrick Mahomes or like a Joe Burrow where he can like kind of make the team himself. I think he's always going to need someone or need a team around him to kind of get the crap going, right? But I think he's good enough where once you give him what he needs, he's going to excel, right? But he's going to need that extra little help sometimes. And I think that they're going to need to build this team around him and do it in the correct way. And if they fail at doing it in the correct way, that's going to completely destroy everything. Where, like, you take someone like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, and if you don't correctly do it, there's still going to be successful players. Right? They're the guys that can make the system themselves. Where with Drake May, I feel like you need the system, and you need to perfect the system around him. Like, it needs to grow while he grows. Okay, 2nd and 11 after a negative 1 yard run up the middle. Exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what I said. Is that literally they are going to commit to the run and make Herbo beat them through the air. They're not going to let Herbo beat them through the ground. You're going to have to beat the Patriots through the air. They're going to commit to the run and have to beat through the air. And where they go, Ladd McConkey, 11-yard catch, or 20-yard catch, sorry. 20-yard catch by Ladd. That's a nice Ladd right there, by the way. Very nice Ladd. One guy I'm interested in keeping an eye on is Jaden Daniels. I would agree with that, yeah. I'm interested in Jaden Daniels, seeing how he develops and blossoms. I think he's going to be a really great player, but I think there's a lot of work that needs, like, obviously injuries. He needs to learn how to slide because he doesn't know how to slide apparently. But I think he's going to be a really great quarterback. But it's going to, again, be around building around him. He's got to build around these guys. And, like, you have quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, right? The Ravens built their whole entire offense around Lamar. The receivers didn't really work out, right? They don't really have great receivers. But they have a really good run-blocking offensive line. They got Derrick Henry, right? They got run-blocking receivers. And they built the whole system around him. Well, now Lamar is no more with being a running quarterback. He now wants to be a pocket passer and utilize his throwing ability. Well, the problem is you built this whole team around him being a running back. So now you're trying to maneuver it into a quarterback scenario, and it's not working because the whole system was a running back based system. So then what they do is the Ravens go out there and they get Todd Monken from Georgia. He was the coach at Georgia who actually took Stetson Bennett and won a championship with him. And Stetson Bennett is nothing special, but he takes Stetson Bennett, he makes a championship caliber team with him. They bring him in because he's going to be a more, quarterback-friendly option here, if you want. And he's going to be a more passing, like, big passing type of coach. Well, the problem is now you don't have receivers. And your line is not built to be a pass-blocking offensive line. So what you're trying to do now is bring in a passing coordinator coach. You have a quarterback who's kind of mid to accurate, kind of average passer, and it just doesn't work because you built the team around a running back, not a quarterback. I said Lamar was Cam minus 3 years. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, year 3 will tell a lot about Daniels. Yeah, pretty much 100%. I agree with that. But, like, that's the problem. Like, you taking Lamar Jackson and you build a system around him, but now you have to completely change it because he wants to be a quarterback. And he's just not that good of a quarterback, and the system isn't going to work because he doesn't have receivers, because you didn't have to get receivers, because you had a running back playing quarterback. So that's really the point at the end of the day. That I think the Ravens are falling themselves into now, too. And they get rid of John Harbaugh, and they keep Lamar Jackson. But the problem is, you're going to have to get receivers now because Lamar wants to be a quarterback. Now you're going to have to completely change your team to be a pass-heavy, quarterback-driven team. And then the problem when you do that is now you're more pass-heavy. Now you're not going to get – now Derrick Henry is not that dangerous. Derrick Henry is the most dangerous running back when you have Lamar Jackson at quarterback when he's running. When Lamar doesn't run, Derrick Henry is a 31-year-old running back. That's what he is. He's a 31-year-old running back. When you have face mask penalty on the Patriots, and that will be a 15-yard penalty. Vidal had 3-yard run on that play. But it's pretty much when Lamar doesn't run, O-line needs the big helmets. Yeah. But when Lamar doesn't run, Derrick Henry is just a 31-year-old running back. That's why you see teams shut him down a lot. Now, obviously, he does have some good games because he's still a good running back. But especially with Tyler Huntley in there, when Tyler Huntley can run, you see that Derrick Henry is so much more useful. because you have to respect the running back of Derrick Henry and the running quarterback of Lamar Jackson. You have to respect both of them. And if you don't, you're going to lose. But when you can just focus on Henry and not worry about a running quarterback, Henry's useless. Because you have a run blocking offensive line. Ravens have never been able to draft develop receivers, like literally struggle to name their top 5 receivers of all time. I guess like top 5 for them, Steve Smith Sr. would have been one that they got from, they actually signed him from free agency. Anquan Bolden, they traded for him. Lee Evans, yeah. Derek Mason, who they got from the Titans at the time, or the Oilers. Zay Flowers is honestly at this point now up there, but he's a Looney Tune receiver. You never know what he's going to do. Either he'll catch it, fumble it, cause an interception, or maybe one of the above. And then who else they got? I think that's pretty much it. Like, they got 4 receivers. They've never been able to. They've drafted in the last 10 years, last 15 years, I think they have drafted like 4 or 5 first-round receivers, and it has not worked out. Bashai Perryman didn't work out. Mark Clayton didn't work out. None of them worked out. But they keep trying, and it just keeps failing. And 3 points by the Chargers, so now it's 3-3. Ah, man. Purdy can't see it with his big helmets. Oh, I love that, man. And Dicker, the kicker, with the field goal made. Well, for anyone who thought this was going to be a high-scoring game, fortunately, you literally just named 4, and 3 of them they didn't draft. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't draft any receiver. That's good. What they do is they sign a receiver afterwards. Okay, Bears fans actually might be delusionally crazy. Wow. I just saw a Bears fan at a Buffalo Wild Wings strip butt naked and run around because they won the game. You can't unsee that. I think that's really what it comes down to. You can't unsee certain things. That's one thing I wish, with the human brain we had the opportunity to do. Just I want to hit that reset switch on some things, I see something and I'm like, reset switch, turn it off. Turn it off, turn it back on. Call tech support. They're like, have you tried to turn your brain off, turn it back on? So at one point. Yeah, the Steelers are probably the best team at developing receivers. Drafting and developing receivers, they are so good at doing that. Tight ends have always been decent in Baltimore. I think tight ends been decent, though, because they have quarterbacks who always throw to tight ends. Joe Flacco was crazy at throwing tight ends. Lamar, when he younger in his career, he was, because usually young quarterbacks favor the tight ends. But, yeah, they were always good at drafting defense and developing defense, but just their offense has always struggled. I mean, they won their first Super Bowl literally just running Jamal Lewis every single play. And milking Jamal Lewis, so. Yeah. 6:52 to go in the second quarter here. And this first half might actually have gone by so quickly. Although I will say, whenever first halves go by this quickly, I feel like the second half is always like the longest. I feel like second half's always the longest when the first half is like goes by so quick. Hopefully not the case for this one, though. Alright, come on, Chargers. Kick it off, and let's continue down this beautiful rabbit hole. Beautiful rabbit hole of getting through this ball game in one piece. All right, Patriots starting at their own 27-yard line here. Let's see what they have cooked up. First down 10 here. Honestly, at this point, 4 for 8, 82 yards. And 7 for 9, 67 yards. It's not bad in the first half so far. It's actually pretty decent numbers for how this game has gone. I'll take that. 9-yard play. This is going to be a catch out of the backfield caught by Travian Henderson. 9-yard catch. It's minute 50 of your show. Yes, it is. It just hit 50 minutes. You are correct, Teddy. Second down and 1 here after a 9-yard catch. And if they somehow, some way, in the next 10 minutes or 9 minutes now, get to the end of this game, get to halftime, that means the first half will officially have been hour. So it's possible that the first half could be an hour. But they have to somehow, some way get to halftime before that. I have to be on the road by 5:30 tomorrow. I'm hoping for a quick second half. I thought you on that one. Hopefully for your case, that is the case. And hopefully for our case, it's also the case. First down 10 now at New England's 39-yard line. It's going to be a 3-yard run up the middle for Travion Henderson. That's going to bring up second down and 7 now. I just want points, but with that, how much each team is running the ball, it's going to be a pretty interesting game. All right, second down and 7. Score a touchdown. If I can get one touchdown before halftime, I'll be pretty happy. One touchdown before halftime. That's like my Christmas at this point. And it's going to be a scramble for 8 yards by Drake May. Should have been May. That's going to be first down 10 now at the 50-yard line. Let's go. Let's go. We might get points. We might get points before halftime. At least a field goal, I guess. They say for 3,000 empty bed in Pittsburgh on draft night. That's insane. That's insane. Does not surprise me though. Those things, like anything football related, I feel like is always like crazy expensive. So none of that stuff surprises me anymore. It's always crazy expensive for that crap. Second and 10 now at the 50-yard line. Come on, Patriots. 4 minutes to go before halftime here, and technically 7 minutes to go for it to technically be before the halftime thingy. Or not halftime thingy. For it to be an hour for the first half. Technically, if they score within 7 minutes, we have hit that magical number. Drake May passed to Kendrick Bourne out of the backfield. It's going to be a gain of 4 in the play. Brings up third down and 6. I'm excited for next year's draft. The Steelers have, I think, 12 or 13 picks. Right now, 3 third-round picks. Holy moly. Well, yeah, and you guys actually have competent, ownership. So I would also be excited if I was you. Obviously, for us, we kind of look at the draft like, oh, how are they going to mess this one up? How are they going to find a way? It's, scenarios. An incomplete pass to Stevenson, and that means that the Patriots will have to punt. All right. Patriots will have to punt here. We had such a good... I feel like we had such a good, flow on that drive. Like it was just rocking and rolling. And now it's like, all right, you're going to have to punt. So now it's going to be down at the 8-yard line with 3:23 to go before halftime. Chargers will go ahead and start at the 8. Who got ball first? Patriots. Patriots got ball first. Okay. So Patriots started with the football, so Chargers get ball after halftime. Your videos on Duke Tobin live stream and the Bengals ownership cracked me up. I can feel how exhausted you are with them. Yeah. I appreciate you feeling the pain of my existence right now with them, but yeah. It's atrocious, man. It's atrocious. It's literally a joke at this point. It's like a joke, but like, you know, like when someone tells you a joke and then they tell you it like 100,000 times and it just becomes not funny at some point. I feel like that's how ownership is, right? Where like we're sitting here and we're like, this is just not funny. But like the joke, they just keep telling you it, you know? Like you think like, oh, it's funny or whatever, you know? But like it doesn't stop. Like you tell the person over and over again, like joke's not funny, like, you know, we're done here. And the person just says, oh, no, you don't get it. You don't get it, man. You just don't get it, dude. You're just not getting it. And then they keep telling you the same exact joke. That's how ownership of the Bengals feel. Like, no matter how many times you say it's not funny, they just tell you it. They tell you the same joke, but a different way. You're like, okay, this is where we're going. This is where we're headed. So that's how I feel like with the Bengals ownership. It's a little bit special. I think your assessment about them not giving a crap the actual team or the fans is spot on. It's just a piggy bank for them. Yeah, because again, they don't fear being fired, and that's what it comes down to. As anyone who has a job or a coach or in the NFL or anything, right? You always fear you're going to get fired or replaced. If you don't produce, you're going to get fired or replaced. They know they're not going to get fired, so they don't care. Like, they just don't. There's no reason to care. You have to make them care, and there's nothing that technically will make them care. That's the problem. Joke is ESPN telling the Bengals who to draft since 1990. Now you're doing ESPN job, and Duke's still there. Blame Jordan Palmer, like I said. I don't know. I blame a lot of people at this point. But, hey, that's life. And life is life. Something like that. All right. Incomplete pass across the middle. Yeah, I have a kid, and I've been around other children who don't have consequences for their actions, and I hate being around them. It's the same premise. Yep. Absolutely. If there's not consequences for your actions, then there's no reason to follow any type of, like, you know, rules or regulations, right? Why follow rules and regulations if there's no consequences for your actions? If it was the Bengals defense, there would be a lot more than 3 points. That is true. We would probably have given up like 60 points to their tight end. I don't even know who their tight end is at this point, but we would have given up points to him. This season, we were literally creating Hall of Fame resumes for tight ends this season. Like, if you're a tight end this season, you might be a Hall of Famer, and you got to thank us for it. Keenan Allen catch for 10 yards, and that's going to bring up first down 10 now for the Chargers at the 18-yard line. Whew, okay. Well, that's good. At least that's some points. Well, not points, but some yards. All right, well, first down and 10 now. Let's go, Chargers. Justin Herbo passed to Vidal. It's going to be a gain of 9. Protect his ball and got lucky in his last yak. Yeah. Bro, I love Puka, but I really don't like Puka after the whole situations that went down. But I do like Puka, so it's a love-hate relationship with me and Puka. I feel like, in general, I gotta remember he's a kid, right? And it's weird because I'm like 29, but like, he is a kid, and he's gonna make stupid mistakes. But it's like he has such a platform and has so much power. It's like, he has so much responsibility, and I don't like it when football players mess that up because like, it's a lot of stuff that they can do good, stuff like that. All right, 2nd and 1 here, boys. 2nd and 1, 2-minute warning. Sadly, we are now at an hour for this live stream, so therefore we're not going to. This is not going to get done before the 2-minute warning, sadly. I was kind of hoping it would, because then we could, get that whole situation done. What situation went down with Puka? Oh, wait. What situation I was talking about was he did a racist dance on Aiden Ross's live stream. He then said that concussions weren't a real thing and that they were all made up, and which is very dangerous, by the way, to tell kids. Like, there's a lot of kids that watch Puka and look up to Puka, and he said that concussions were made up and they're not a real thing, and that no one actually has concussions, which is very dangerous to say. He did some like racist Jewish dance on a live stream. And he also did go on Twitter and say the referees pretty much were cheating in that Seahawks-Rams game, which, it is what it is. Guy just kind of got upset about the game. And then he also said that referees purposely call certain plays because they want to be on TV. And they'll call like incorrect calls on purpose just so that they can get on TV. So, only issue I had with the guy was the dance, I guess, was anti-Semitic, which is not good. And then the other thing I had a problem with him was he said concussions weren't real. And there's people who die from CTE and go through really bad things because of CTE. There's players who've lost their lives. Junior Seau has lost his life because of CTE. And so for a player to go out there and be like, oh, no, CTE is not real, concussions aren't real. I mean, you have a lot of kids watching you, and there's a lot of kids who might believe you, and they might not report their, concussions to their coaches, and they might play through their concussions thinking it's all fake, and they might end up dying because of that or having long-term brain injuries because of that. And it's a very dangerous thing to put out there, especially when people look up to you and people watch you and people are watching you as a football player. You don't want to act like concussions are fake. So that was my biggest issue with him, was he was putting out dangerous rhetoric that could eventually harm someone if they were to listen to what he says. So that's my biggest issue there. And he hasn't put out a statement, I don't believe, saying that he was wrong on that or he takes that back. He didn't say anything about like the concussions being like not bad or whatever, which I think is really bad because he should easily come out a statement and say, hey, listen, I was wrong about concussions. Concussions are awful. Make sure you get checked out. Make sure everything is good there. But the dance, what it means, but concussions thing is really not cool. Yeah. Like I said, the dance, I don't know. Apparently, the guy who told him to do the dance was Jewish. So I don't really care about that one. One thing I care about is concussions. Because you have a lot of kids who are watching you. You can't be doing that you can't be talking like that. That's the stuff that could get someone severely injured. And it's also disrespectful. It's disrespectful to all those who've lost their lives in the NFL due to CTE or concussions. And we've had a lot of players lose their lives because of that. So it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful and it's reckless. That's what I'll say about that. But again, I get he's a kid. He's a kid. He's gonna do stupid stuff. He's gonna be stupid, but it's just not really good. I'm surprised he hasn't forced to retract that. So he did. Here's the thing, right? He put out a statement, not about the concussions, okay? He did not retract the concussion stuff. He put out a statement saying about the racist stance, that he should not have done the racist stance. He apologized for the racist stance. He did apologize for that. He apologized for the referees calling out the referees, okay? He apologized for that. Did not apologize for the racist stance. I'm sorry, for the concussions. But he apologized for the referees and he apologized for the racist stance. Problem is, after he apologized for the referee thing, then he followed that up the next day after the game, was when he posted about the referees cheating in the Seahawks game. So he posted, I'm sorry to saying that about the referees, and then the next day posted, the referees cheated against us in the Seahawks game. So, and then he had to apologize again for that one. So that was interesting. But he never apologized for concussions, which, in my opinion, would make someone believe that he was 100% legit about the concussions. He truly believes that the concussions are not a real thing, because he never put out an apology for that. He kind of like kept that where it was. Like, yeah, whatever, concussions. But everything else he apologized for. Please keep saying concussions aren't real. Yeah, what quarterback used face paint today? I did not see anyone did. I did not see anyone do that. I know the one quarterback who loved face paint is number 9 for the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy. But, yeah, he didn't put out anything about the concussions. And, yeah, like you said, maybe the NFL wants that because, they obviously have to deal with concussions really a lot, it seems like. But, yeah, no, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's stupid stuff. It's stupid stuff that, you just don't want to have happen. You don't want players coming out and saying stupid stuff like that. That could get people hurt. But it is what it is. I'm hoping that kids that watch him understand that what he said was wrong and he doesn't know what he's doing. All right, so they didn't challenge it, but it looks like, wait, hold up, what? 7-yard catch. Okay, so on 3rd and 1, Herbo up the middle for 1 yard, got a first down. Okay, so if 3rd and 1, they went for it, went for it, but 3rd and 1, they got a first down, it looks like, and then they threw a 7-yard pass to Keenan Allen. So now it's 2nd and 3. Wow, okay, I thought they got stopped, but I guess not. They did not get stopped, actually. Then Herbo got sacked. Herbo got sacked by Williams, so now it's going to be 3rd down and 11 at the 27-yard line. So 3rd down and 11 now because Herbert got sacked. That was a interesting situation. This game so far has been... It's 3-3, but I feel like so much action has happened, but nothing has really happened at the same time. There's been so much action that none of it really matters at the end of the day. I'm sleepy. I felt you on that one. Dreamy, I feel you on that one. This game so far is make everyone sleepy. It's like, one side's trying. I feel like one side only is trying. And Herbert got sacked again. Back-to-back sacks for the Patriots. So Chargers, who get ball after halftime, will have to punt it away here. What in the actual fluff is this game? will be over soon. That is true. Football, sadly, will be over soon. But, yeah. I mean, at least you guys get to enjoy it a little bit more for you guys. But for us, we're just kind of, it's GG, man. All right. Baseball starts. I took a 15-minute nod. Yeah, I can't wait for baseball to start, man. I'm ready for baseball to be back. Baseball being back is an absolute dub. All right, Patriots have 1 timeout and 31 seconds. Let's see if they do anything before here. Or they just simply go into halftime. I mean, it's 3-3, but you got 1 timeout. We know nothing about. Pretty much, Alex. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, defensive pressure is not really our strong suit. And they get to the 46-yard line, it looks like. Okay. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. I mean, you could at least try to get in the field goal range here, boys. We have one more game. That's probably it. But I enjoyed Aaron Rodgers way more than I thought I would. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Steelers fans love him. Which I guess that makes sense. It's weird. Rodgers is like one of those quarterbacks where most people are going to hate him because he is like he's a quarterback where you have to really, how do I put this? I think he kind of grows on you like a tumor, but like in a good way. That's the best way I got it, okay? Oh my baby! 37-yard run for Drake May. 37-yard run for Drake May. Well, should have been May. I guess that's the thing. Drake May now has 55 rushing yards. That is an insane stat line. And they're going to kick a field goal. And they're going to make it a 6-3 ball game. Since we've had a quarterback that actually understands how to play the position, he also seems to have a better attitude this year. I will say, though, when we played you guys, like, freaking Mason Rudolph was our biggest fear. When we took out Rodgers and Mason came in, bro, that was like a nightmare. Because Mason Rudolph always has our number. Vrabel was mad, acting like they called a timeout. Oh, yeah, that's... Should have been May. They're down in 10. Okay, they're going to kick a field goal, right? They're not going to halftime without a field goal like the Steelers did versus the Ravens, right? Thought that was too soon, Zach. But you won that game, so it worked out in the end. Okay, I'm going to guess this field goal attempt. They missed this, bro. They somehow missed this field goal attempt. Slappy. Rudolph with that game 2 years ago left a scar on y'all. Bro, he does something different, bro. He does something different. Same thing when we saw Joe Flacco was traded to y'all after that Thursday game. That is true. That is true. He did come in and beat you guys, which was actually probably our Super Bowl. So that worked out pretty well, to be honest. You gotta realize that was kind of our Super Bowl right there, okay? We won the Super Bowl that day. We just didn't get the ring. The ring's still in the mail. They said that the UPS is like delayed or something. So they said the ring was in the mail. I don't know when it's coming. But hey. Our ring getting here sometime. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. I'm back. Not the Bengals are so bad. Everyone enjoying the game? Yeah. Yeah, Dreamy. This is top 10 Something. I don't know what it is. It's top 10 something though. Yeah, it's up there for probably the most irritating game so far, I feel like. It's like watching paint dry. Yeah. Great example, John. Great example. Watching freaking paint dry at like 0.2 speed. That's how it is at this point. Yeah. But that's the fun part. Can't wait until the draft. I agree with you on that one. Draft should be actually fun. Just so far, man. We need a good draft. We need a good draft. I'll say it like that. Preseason games we're about to watch. You know, it's funny too, cause like with what's his name, not Drake. I almost said Drake May. With our boy, Jake Browning, he at least will do more than this. Like he'll at least put up better stats than this. And the fact that this is like the best stats, it's insane. So at least with, him, it's at least better. We are getting talked out. Yeah. Yeah, not having to like hear like the absolute glaze of having Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen in the playoffs is very nice. Well, I mean, as you know, Josh Allen is still the glaze. Not having to deal with what's his name in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is nice. Patrick gets way too much glaze, way too much of the time. So it's nice not having to deal with that. Oh, man. Let's get this second half going. That's all I want to see at this point. Second half goodies. It's my favorite thing. Tomorrow's Steelers game, I feel. What's the spread on the Steelers game? Steelers -3.5. I forgot they're hosting a game because they won the AFC North. That's kind of insane. Now, anyone who is going into this game, you could 100% hate the fact and want the Steelers to lose. Because of obligations put upon me by external sources, I want the Steelers to win this game. It's funny watching Kansas City fans saying how dumb it was to draft Mahomes and draft him on the draft day. Yeah, they really did not want Mahomes. And now they obviously want Mahomes. So, yeah, I mean, there was people who said drafting Joe Burrow was dumb, though. So, it is always what it is. I hope the Steelers win. There's nothing more I want in my life. Oh, yeah. Yep, no, yep. That's fun. That's fun to say out loud. Patriots. It's funny. It's like, for most of my life, I've hated the Patriots. Because of Boston fans, because of Tom Brady, and because they always won, right? That's why I always hated the Patriots. Now I hate them for a different reason. They're the only team I can watch a football game of and actually want to pull my hair out of my head. They're now the only team I can officially feel that way with. And it's not even because they're good. It's because they will find a way to make a game as boring as humanly possible for 4 quarters of football. I guess they technically did that with the when they were like, with Brady, because the way they would operate with Brady is they would just like dink and dunk the whole entire game, and it would just be annoying to play against. But at least it had some some logic to it. Where it's like, oh, this game's gonna suck, but at least it's something. This is awful. Yeah, you could say that. But then you gotta remember the fact that the Chargers got an interception at the 10-yard line and got no points. How the heck do you get the interception at the 10-yard line and you come away with no points? That's gotta be like a new record. Like that's an accomplishment you should never want to have. Yeah, but this is just Patriots football. This is how the Patriots play. This is how they operate. They're just very they're like 2001 football. Where like all TVs were like so like old and like, messed up that no one knew what was going on. But it was okay, because at least it was football. I feel like this game is from the Cold War. Incompetence at its finest. Because Herbert is not him. I agree with that 100%, Cornell. Herbert is not him. I have always been not on the bandwagon of Justin Herbert. Always people who are, though. We almost took Justin Herbert. There was a shot we were going to take him, which is crazy to say that, but there was a shot. If we would have traded away our number 1 pick and didn't take Burrow, which we almost did, by the way, and we almost traded it to the Dolphins, we would have probably took Herbert at pick 5. And Herbert would be our quarterback instead of Joe. Still remember that Herbert and Burrow competition. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But, we almost took Herbert over, because we would have traded the first overall pick, and apparently the Dolphins were going to give us 3 first-round picks, and that means we would have gotten Justin Herbert. Yeah, but we would have Herbert in 3 first-round picks, though, so we could have taken some interesting players, but I'd rather have Joe Burrow over everything, so it didn't matter, but, There was a shot. There was a shot at one point. We could have had, no Joe, but Herbo instead. Not even close now, yeah. I never choose Herbo over Joe. Yeah, I agree with you. So it would have been potentially what it could have been is we could have had Joe Burrow. No, sorry, we could have had Justin Herbert with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and T. Higgins. So that would have been an interesting scenario. Joe Burrow, aside that Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Justin Jefferson. Or Joe Burrow with our current roster. That's how the cookie crumbled. Didn't work out in the end, and we got Joe Burrow instead, and I'm very happy with it. All right, come on, boys. Why is this halftime so long? I could probably list off 80 quarterbacks I'd rather have than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert isn't even in my top 10. Maybe top 15, but he's not my top 10. I just don't think he's clutch. And I think that's really his biggest issue, is it being clutch or not. Yeah, he's just not clutch. If it wasn't for, other than clutchness, he's a good quarterback, but he's just not clutch. You gotta be clutch in the NFL, man. Alright, come on, man. Halftime is so long. I know it's only like 15 minutes, but it feels like sometimes like it's like 6 hours. Alright. Chargers getting ball first, so hopefully they go down and score a touchdown to make this like, make the Patriots actually have to do something. The worst case scenario here is if the Chargers don't do anything. If you guys did not watch the what game was that? It was the Texans versus Chargers game. That Chargers offense was so bad that whole entire game, which was just atrociously bad. Yeah, these games do drag on, 100%. Which, it is what it is, man. Just over and over again. Texans last year. All right, second half. Let's go. Thank you. I almost died in agony. Agony? Agony. Agony definitely seems like the right word. I almost died in agony. First down and 10 for the Chargers at their own 32-yard line. Texans defense is legit, 100%. They are elite. They are him. They are Timothy Rex. All right, first down and 10. All right, come on, boys. Let's see a touchdown drive. And then we can see some crazy things happening. 3-yard run by Vital. Up the middle. Hey, at least it's a running back and not a not a quarterback. I guess that's like the most positive thing here. Although I will say I would be more interested to see Mario Hampton run it, because he's like actually their running back or whatever. But I guess, to use their own. I guess Vidal is technically the running back too, though. All right, second down and 7 now at the 35-yard line is an incomplete pass intended on the right-hand side to Fiske. And that will officially bring up third down and 7. Maybe the Patriots blow them out. Yeah, this is like, it's like when the Bengals have like those like random offensive games where we can't do anything. That's exactly what this reminds me of. Like when we have that random offensive games where it just ends up being absolutely garbage. They're down in 7. Come on. You just got to get 7 yards, Chargers. And incomplete pass allowed McConkey. 4th and 7. It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. Everything is okay. All right, they're going to punt the ball. And they're going to... Hopefully something happens. I swear if the Patriots go 3 and out, bro, I'm going to literally scream my head off. Like, There's no way the Patriots go 3 and out, man. All right, Patriots starting at their own 19-yard line. Somehow worse in the game. Yeah. Bengals versus Commanders in the 17th game next year, maybe. All right. First down and 10, the 19-yard line. And it's actually a big play. Wow, thank you. 10-yard catch by Stevenson out of the backfield. There we go, baby. Getting the job done. Love it, love it, love it. Zach Taylor first win versus the old Skins. Yeah. All right, come on, boys. Actually move the ball, please. 10-yard catch is a big play. Oh, that's a big play for this type of game. Are we begging for scraps? Oh, it's beyond scraps, Streamy. It's beyond scraps at this point. We're lucky to get anything. We're lucky to get even beyond scraps. Second and 10, baby. Come on. Just one more chance. Just one more. One more big play, please. One more big play, sir. If you don't mind, sir, I would like one more big... Hey, 17-yard catch for Hunter Henry. That's good. I don't even care who wins this game at this point. I just want a good game. 17. They're almost past midfield. They're almost past midfield. This is so good. They're almost past midfield, guys. Dude, I'm so happy. We almost are watching a midfield team. Maybe we can have an 18-yard catch next time. Second down and 6 because a 4-yard catch by Kendrick Bourne. Okay. I'm on. Second down and 6. Give us something here, boys. Midfield at least. And 0 yards up the middle for Travion Henderson. Third down and 6. 6-3. Is this baseball? Honestly, it's worse than baseball because nowadays baseball, there's like higher scores, I feel like. There's some really good high-score games in baseball. All right, third down and 6. Please don't get stopped here. They're going to punt the ball if they get stopped here. And that's the worst case scenario. It's going to end up being third and 6, bro. I know it. First down to the 33-yard line. Stevenson, 17-yard catch. Oh, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the 17-yard catch. I appreciate it. Incomplete pass intended for Hunter Henry. Second and 10 at the 33. At least they get a field goal off this drive, please. At least we get 3 points. I'm happy with 3 points at least. Because 3 points at least gets the job done. I just don't know what that job is. All right, come on. Come on, baby. Second and 10 here at the 33-yard line. It's going to be a 9-yard catch for Stephon Diggs. This is, in fact, a slugfest. You are correct. I was incorrect earlier. This is a lot more of what you call a slugfest. I should have just, accepted the fact that earlier was not a slugfest, because this is just painful, man. This is just painful to watch. All right. First down, Drake May. Did he run it? He ran it for 6 yards. Hey, let's go. Got the job done. Not the sexiest way to get it done, but got it done. First down 10 now at the 18-yard line. And it's a 0-yard run by Travion Henderson. All right. At least that's something. Second down and 10 now at the 18-yard line. I will say, though, a lot of this clock has been ran off, though. This clock has been just absolutely milked off. And I think what the Patriots are doing here is they know their defense gets the job done, so they're just running this clock off. Which so far is working. Second and 10. Come on. No one... They should just take away timeouts for the rest of this game. No one gets many more timeouts. First down. Chargers. It got in fumbles. The Patriots fumble it, and it's recovered by the Chargers. We literally just had a... I hate this game. We literally just had a shot. We just had a shot at a... Oh, man, I am so frustrated. We just had a chance at a score there. We had a chance of them scoring. The freaking whatever they're called. The Patriots had a chance to score. And they lose. And they fumbled the ball. That's so frustrating, man. That is so frustrating indeed. All right, well, defenses are eating. I guess so. But I don't like what they're eating. I feel like whatever they're eating, I don't want any of that. Okay, man, this is not a offensive game. First down and 10 now, 23-yard line. I guess you got to think about, like, Patriots then, this might just be a defensive battle all the way to the Super Bowl for the AFC-wise. Because the Texans make it any farther, right, they're going to be absolutely just every second defensive battle, right? Patriots might be a defensive battle. This might just be an all-together defensive battle. All right, first down and 10 for the Chargers here at the 23-yard line. Let's see if they actually get the ball to Mario Hampton or not. I think he's hurt, though. Low key. All right. First down and 10. I think they're still reviewing the whole fumble thing, but come on, man. The fact we had a shot there to get at least like 6 points in this game is crazy. Bills can't stop the run. That is true. So that might just end up being nonstop runs by the Patriots, and that's how they're going to beat the Bills. Defense wins championships. That is true. You are right, Cornell. Not as much anymore. I feel like that motto has changed over the years, though. You know, it used to be a lot more like with the Ravens back in the day. It's still a thing, but it's not as much of a thing as it used to be. You know, I feel like that used to be like the whole thing always. Defense wins championships. Nowadays, it's like defense wins championships. Yeah, most of the time. It's not as common anymore. All right, second and 10. Texans have to USC to the bowl needs to, swings back and forth. It's a pendulum. Pendulum, yeah, that's a word. Trojans never win championships. I mean, kind of, right? They don't allow babies to happen. Right? You know? Like, indirectly. I know it's like, you know. Update, that guy, Chrisdom, whatever his name is, returned to the game. Nice. Okay, that's good. Second and 10. Take way too long for this play to happen. Come on, give us something good here, boys. And it's going to be defensive pass interference. So incomplete pass, defensive pass interference gets to the 45-yard line. I guess you are correct on that one, right? You have in order to do that, in order to spell OJ, yeah, you do need OJ in there. That is such a weird thing, but okay. That's the weirdest thing I've seen in my life. OJ was really good back in the day. One of the best running backs out there. Vidal up the middle for 1 yard. All right, second and 9. Man. Vidal up the middle for 5 yards. It's like 1 yard, 5 yards, 1 yard, 5 yards. 2 yards. All right, third down and 4. At New England's 49-yard line. So in scoring range here, boys. I don't know, I keep saying boys, but incomplete pass brings up 4th and 4. They might go for this or they might punt it. At this point, with how this game's going, I would just punt it. For we are very spoiled with our Bengals offense. We are. You are absolutely correct, Dreamy. You are 100% correct. Fact that we can watch a game versus Steelers and score 40 some odd points is a very blessed environment to be in. Like, the fact that that's actually a thing is the biggest blessing in the world. All right, man. Should have been May. It's my life at this point. My life is it should have been May. In your opinion, which team has the highest expectation to not perform? Ravens, Cowboys. Cowboys, I feel like going Cowboys. Of all those teams you just said, probably Cowboys. It did not work out. Let's go with. Wonder if there's gonna be any more actual scoring in this game. Probably not, but. Will be opened up in the fourth. I hope it will. I hope it will. With how this game's going, it ain't open up anything. We're just trying to somehow survive this type of game. Spreads 3.5 common Pats. Yeah. I still think the Patriots at this point have this game in the bag just because of how good their defense is. Patriots defense is so freaking good at this point. Alright. First and 10, the 15. Ayy. Come on. Please. I just want points. I just want points. And Drake may get sacked. And should have been May get sacked. That's his new name for me. From now on, it just should have been May. 2nd and 18 at the 7-yard line. Third and 13 after Stevenson 5-yard run. Okay. Any signs of life would be great. Honestly. Anything at this point. Like, I feel like, you know that movie, Fewest Bueller or whatever, Day Off, whatever, and the teacher's sitting there going, Bueller. And that's how I feel like right now. That's how I feel like right now. I feel like we're just sitting here saying Bueller. Oh, first down. First down, Hunter Henry. That's going to be a 19-yard catch. Holy moly. This is 100% a game of inches. Yeah. This is chess right here. I agree with you. I just was never good at chess. So, you know. Feel like Drake May is going to have like a 60-yard run at some point. And that is a 42-yard catch by Kendrick Bourne. Chat, the way Crosby contract was structured, they said it would be virtually impossible for him to leave. Why? I have no idea. That doesn't make any sense at all. He could easily be traded. So I'm not sure why they're saying his contract is virtually impossible. I'm not sure about that now. Bears game was bad because of our defense. I mean, the problem was like with 6 seconds left, our defense. I mean, at 50 seconds left, our defense absolutely collapsed. So, Vikings game, you just wanted the game to end. That's really what the Vikings game was. You just waited for the game to end, which made it very painful. But you kind of just accepted it, you know? Vikings game was just like, all right, well, this game's going to end eventually. And once it ends, we'll just kind of, you know, do us. Third down and 4 after incomplete pass to Austin Hooper. All right. I hope this fourth quarter opens up. I'll tell you that. I really hope this fourth quarter just opens up like crazy. Third down and 4. Yeah, it never ended. Dreamy, I didn't want to tell you this, but we're actually still in the Vikings game. It's the fourth quarter now. Like, the Vikings game's still going on, Dreamy. It's just the fourth quarter. Alright, that's typical Chris Collinsworth, though. That's all he does is talk. Fourth and 4. Just punt the ball back. I mean, we lost to them earlier this season. So, I guess to that point, like, we had our shots to beat them earlier this season. We couldn't beat them. And field goal is good. It's 9-3. 9-3. Game summed up our season. You're down by 2 scores. Get an onside kick, touchdown. Hope. Yep, exactly. You do everything you want to do. You do everything you need to do, and then your defense just doesn't get the job done. No. I'd let him go. I'd let him go. Now, I did say in one of my videos that with Geno Stone, it's a little special with Geno Stone. I would actually, I would take him to Siberia and drop him off and leave. With Geno Stone, that's how I would handle the situation. I'd go to Siberia and I'd drop him off and I'd leave. Like, that's the best way I could handle the Geno Stone situation. Teddy, I don't think there's going to be another score, to be honest. I think we have already seen all the scores for this game. Yeah, I just drop him off in Siberia and accept the fact that that's how it is. What do you have against Siberia? Oh, they've had it too good for too long. Don't even start with me. They've had it too good for too long. out there being cold and stuff. Come on, man. Out here just being straight ice. And Vanilla Ice, that man's, he got the job done. Not with Siberia. I also can't spell it, so I have a rule in life: if I can't spell something, then I don't like it. It's a very personal rule, okay? It's a personal rule. If I can't spell something, I don't like it. I have to be able to spell it in order to like something. Now, I'm not really that good at spelling in general, so it's one of those situations as well. Oh, man. On top fan page, you can see Haley and Dreamy pictures well. Are you talking about on the YouTube channel? Because the way you said that, John, sounds like an OnlyFans. I think you mean on the YouTube channels. Jones could run it back with the rest of out. Nope, he doesn't need to do that. He's okay. We're okay. We don't need to do that. None of that needs to happen. We don't need to do any of that. On the Bills game summed up our season. Same thing with the Bears game. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, John. I know what you mean, but it just sounded weird. That's all. Just sounded weird. The way you put it. First down and 10 at the 19-yard line for the Chargers. Justin Herbert gets sacked and fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by the Chargers and then picked up for a gain of 17 yards by Vital. So Herbert fumbles the ball, it's picked up, and it's a 17-yard run by Vital. But because it was a fumble, it can't technically be advanced, so therefore it's not really actually a fumble. It's not actually any rushing yards, so. Okay. That's interesting. Because it technically can't be rushing yards. 3-yard run up the middle for Vital. 2nd and 7, and that ends off the third quarter. If we get another field goal, Dreamy, that would be like a Super Bowl. That would be like a Super Bowl win if another field goal happens in this game. Right now, this is arguably the worst game I've ever seen in my life. And I watch Bengals games. 8-yard run before the end of the third quarter by, what's his name? The quarterback for the Chargers. Yeah, we're now at that point of the game. We're at the point of the game where I now just officially call him the Chargers quarterback. You're lucky to get anything more than that from me at this point. You're getting the name Chargers quarterback. I'm still iffy on the battle, to be honest. He's still young. Yeah, he's way too young to make a decision yet. You gotta wait for him. Well, we can't get the official ones, so I think we get the knockoff versions. I think, which is yeah, we get the knockoff versions, which pretty much just means that we win games. Like, wait, hold up, my brain's not braining anymore. We don't get the real ones. We get the knockoff versions, which just means that we got to deal with beating the Steelers, and the Steelers win is actually a Super Bowl win. So we don't get the legit ones, but we get the knockoff ones, Timu ones. Oh man! First down and 10, the Chargers at their own 43-yard line. Can we do a class action lawsuit against the Patriots and Chargers for this game? I feel like we should be able to do that. You know, I want to sue the Chargers and the Patriots for us having to witness this game. Because this seems like Jake Browning football. This seems like cruel and unusual punishments. I don't see this as a scenario where I'm happy. I mean, why? Who needs watch today's sports talk? You stay on defense. He needs to go. Something like that. But none of that matters, Haley, because at the end of the day, they don't run the Bengals. The Bengals are ran by very smart, very dumb individuals, I feel like. And those people don't listen to anybody but themselves. So that's the unfortunate factor here. Even if they should do certain things, they don't. I mean, the Ravens were like, what, one of the best before? I mean, Geno Stone was one of the best with the Ravens, and he just didn't work out here. At this point, if this game went to overtime, it would go to triple overtime. This is like a triple overtime type of game. If this is how a Super Bowl would be, bro, I'm doing a sleep stream at that point. We're just gonna sleep on stream, man. Third down and 7. Do you think we're going to Caleb Downs? I don't think we're going to, because I think we're going to pass on him and not go for him, I feel like. That would be my assumption. We might have a chance at him, but then we just pass on him. For is beer free where you are? I don't even know what that means. No. Live in Ohio, bro. Live in Dayton. Beer is like 100 times more expensive than any other place on earth. For some reason. Oh, they punt the ball, so now it's Patriots football again. Patriots football. We lost to the Browns with Joey B playing. We did, but we also beat the Browns with Joey B playing. I don't think the final game of the season they actually cared that much, because our season was already over. So, if anything, you know, it was kind of just going out there to play football. So, I don't think it's as serious as people would want it to be. All right, first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Oh, baby. Just survive. Survive for another quarter, guys. And then somehow, some way, we can watch some beautiful football tomorrow night. Tomorrow night actually might be the worst football I've ever seen in my life. This might be like the precursor of tomorrow night's football. Because the Texans defense might actually... You know what the good thing is, though? The Texans defense might low-key score enough points, right? To be able to take, like, to destroy... Like, to actually put up points on the Steelers. Like, that might be the only silver lining here, is that the Texans defense might get a couple pick sixes or something, right? Or some defensive touchdowns, which would, technically speaking, maybe give us something to look forward to. And that's what I'm going to kind of hold out my hope for, right? Is that, like, what if the Texans defense can actually score some points? Zach and Duke are never going to be going, so that's kind of a, you know, that's kind of a thing that's just not going to happen. We don't go if we went down, so we got to trade up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to trade up. Oh, man. All right. Three-yard catch. There we go. I'm kind of feeling like the Chargers going to win this game. I don't know why, but I got like this weird feeling the Chargers going to win this game now. I 1,000% think there's going to be the charge. I'm 100% Caleb Downs going before us. 1,000%. Drake May pass to Westover for 8 yards, first down, moving the chains. There we go. Preseason game in the old Silver Dome in Detroit. Yes, sir. Come on. First down and 10. It's going to be a 4-yard run up the middle for Stevenson. I'm assuming they probably told Drake May no more running the football. For obvious reasons. Because now at this point, you're just kind of playing, you know, you're trying to play smart here and survive. Who do I want to win? I don't care who wins, to be honest. I have no dog in this race. Drake May to Kendrick Bourne, 16-yard catch. There you go. But yeah, I have no dog in this race, so. This game is too much offense for me. You know, I felt that, man. I like really just thought for the last 2.5 hours. I was like, wow. You know, I would love this game if they just simply had better defenses, you know? Like, that's where I draw the line. I try not to be that guy, but, like, sometimes I just got to draw the line at, like, I wish they had better defenses. So that's why I just draw that line. They need receivers. Rice is getting kicked out of the league. Rice is not getting kicked out of the league. He's not going to get kicked out of the league. The NFL will cover up anything he does and just keep him in the league no matter what. Because the NFL is a bunch of scumbags. We don't get Caleb Downs. Who do you want us to draft? Who I want you? I want to either draft Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Peter Woods, or Ruben, Delane potentially, Sonny Styles if available. So those are my 6 guys. In theory, no matter what, at pick 10, we should be able to get one of those 6 guys. So those would be my options. Chase Brown is better than Joe Mixon was ever. No, not even close. Not even close yet. Joe Mixon was amazing in his prime. Absolutely amazing in his prime for us. I love Chase Brown, but Joe Mixon was different. Said Peter Wood. Oh, why? Because, like, PP? Yeah. But Peter Woods is actually a player, so. He's on in the long legs now when it happens. Being Bears versus Steelers Super Bowl, the way Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin can both retire. That would not shock. You know, it's like it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me, you know. Hey, I did. If that does happen, I did call that. 7th round pick from Bama. Justin Jefferson. You know, I did call that. If that does happen, I want that to be known that I did call that. Why are the Patriots using timeouts? Patriots using timeouts should be against the Geneva Convention, whatever it's called. Should be a federal crime to use timeouts in this scenario. Second and 2, baby. Come on, boys. Come on. Second and 2. No more timeouts called, okay? Yes, I always stream the draft, yes. I always stream the draft. I always stream every Bengals event. If it's a Bengals event, I will be streaming it. I do also stream the schedule releases and free agency. And another first down. Stevenson, gain of 13. So the Chargers kind of just gave up. Chargers at this point just kind of gave up. Alright. Fun times. Single. Do you stream to... I streamed the whole draft. Touchdown, Patriots. We actually have a touchdown. Holy moly. I cannot believe there's a touchdown in this game. There's finally a touchdown in this game. Touchdown. That's insane. That's that is a beautiful thing, man. That is a beautiful thing. We actually have a touchdown in this game. I feel like I want to smile so much in my right now. Oh man. Yep. This is also this is the revenge game for Hunter Henry because Hunter Henry technically went there, which is kind of funny. All right. Let's go. 3-16. That is such an interesting score. I mean, one side opened it up. I'll give you that. One side decided to open it up. Maybe the other side was sought to open it up too as well. Hopefully. Freaking one side decided to do something. False start penalty on the Chargers. You cannot make this crap up. You cannot make this crap up, bro. Oh. Alright, come on, Herbert. Please show me why you guys made the playoffs. Because right now, I don't know why the Chargers are in the playoffs. Probably. They're friends. Joe Burrow and Myles Garrett are friends, so he probably did give it to him on purpose. Doesn't really change anything. He still got the sack. 16-yard run for Justin Herbert. Herbert runs the ball for 16 yards, bro. This is insane. This is actually insane at this point. Well, this is going to be how this game is going to go. Now Herbert is going to try to just become a running back. Herbert scrambles for 11 more yards. Holy crap. At least they might go down and score. I mean, I gotta say, Quinnell, you're right. This has opened up. That would be nice. Problem is, there's no way that the Brownies would ever trade him to us. Yeah. Joe Vick over there. Apparently that's a thing. Oh, man, this game so far. All right, let's see what the Chargers can do. So far today, not looking too sexy in most of these situations. I just want them to put up points so I can be like, wow, they did it. They did it. Yeah. They did the bare minimum. In a playoff game. Yeah. Josh Herbert. Bro, I don't even know what his name is at this point. Alright, come on. Yeah, you already got Flacco. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You already have Flacco. And the Chargers fumbled the ball and it's recovered by New England. Herbo got sacked. Wow. Well, maybe there was a chance at one point this could have turned out well. Nobody was mad. The only person that was mad was Zach Taylor, because Zach Taylor knew he was going to get a lot of hate, and he wanted to make up for that hate by acting like it was someone else's fault. Nobody got mad in any way that they stopped the game. Zach Taylor is just an idiot. That's all that is. Zach Taylor was just mad because he knew he was going to get a lot of hate and people are going to hate him for the game. So he wanted to try to misdirect the hate onto someone else. No. Jamar didn't get mad about them stopping the game. Jamar said, if you're going to stop the game, then you better stop it for him. He didn't get mad that they stopped the game. Jamar Chase, all he said was that if you're going to stop it for, this guy, then you better stop it when I make a crazy catch reception and, do whatever. Like, if he makes a Hall of Fame thing, then they better stop it. That's all Chase said. Chase just said that they better stop it when he is in that situation. And as long as they do it when he's in that situation, then Chase is cool. But Chase said you better, if you're going to do that, you better do it when I'm in this situation as well, not just, their guy. Which, in reality, they're going to do that. They're going to do it. They're going to stop it when he gets a milestone as well. That's just kind of how it is. They're going to stop it no matter whoever gets a milestone. They're always going to stop it for that person. It's a Hall of Fame milestone. You're going to get stopped. And Henderson up the middle for 6 yards. Patriots gonna win this game. Herbo got knocked the fluff out. So the game mattered. Looked like 1 minute. I think stopping the game would be ridiculous. I don't think so. I mean, it's week 18. Who cares, Who cares about stopping a game? Oh, you stopped the game. Whoopie-doo. Doesn't change anything. It's like win or lose. Bro's done sleeping. Oh, man. At least Jamar will get himself in the will get himself in Cancun. Will enjoy himself in Cancun. Sure he will. Man's what, multi-millionaire? 100 millionaires at this point. So yeah, of course he will. Be big chillin'. Game don't matter, so who cares? Yeah, it really doesn't matter. The whole thing was Zach knew he was going to get hate, so he just wanted to try to misdirect the hate. He always does that. He always, whenever he knows he's going to get hate, he always tries to, like, pretty much deflect the hate onto something else. And if he can, he will. And he did that. He misdirected the hate that he was getting on that. That's nice. Drake May gets sacked and he fumbles the ball, so they're going to have to punt the ball. So, sack fumble for Drake May. Recovered here by the Chargers. Fun times. May destroyed. May did get destroyed. Should have been May. And that was also Oway calls it, the old Ravens guy. So second time now, the old Ravens guy actually killing it. All right, Chargers. How are you guys going to respond? These defenses are going crazy right now. Yep, Cornell, that's not a good thing, bro. It's 10:47 p.m., bro. It's 10:47. Okay. Man, this game so far. This game so far. All right. We Gucci. We Gucci. That's good. I mean, if that's what you want to do. Come on, man. I just want to see another touchdown. I look like a good Smash Mouth game. I mean, bro, the Chargers should be literally, they should lose a draft pick for being in the playoffs and performing this bad. I think they should lose a draft pick. There's no way, bro. There's no way you could be in the playoffs and perform this bad. Seahawks on a bye. They are on a bye. And watching this game, bro. Literally, I'm at a point now where I think that the Chargers are terrorists. They are terrorists against my happiness. Like this is not okay, bro. This is not okay. I want to file a corporate lawsuit. There's another false start penalty, bro. There is no freaking way there's another false start penalty, bro. Like, bro, stop. Why are you keep jumping? What are you jumping? You can't even gain a yard. Why are you jumping? What are you jumping for? You can't even gain a yard, bro. At this point, just come out and kneel the ball down 3 times and then just punt it. 11-yard catch by Vital. 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert pass to McConkey. 6-yard catch. Sad part is, this is still a game. Johnston, 8-yard catch. The fact is, this is still a game. And that's what's crazy about this game. This is still a game. They score a touchdown here and get a 3-and-out stop. They score another touchdown, they win it. Incomplete pass intended for Keenan Allen. Third down and 2. Oh, bro. Oh, third down and 2. Let's go. Let's go. Third down and 2. Get a first down, boys. Move the chains. Maybe get in the end zone a little bit. And Herbert gets sacked. And Herbert gets sacked. This gotta be a felony, man. This gotta be a freaking felony watching this game. Patriots. It's like they're not even that good. They're just I don't know, man. It's like watching the Chargers playing the Texans was somehow, some way better than this. And I don't even know how that's even possible. Because you got to think, in this situation, Patriots defense probably not, like, they're kind of letting up a little bit, right? You kind of let up a little bit in these situations, given the circumstances. And they're still not. Ten-yard catch by Gadsden on 4th and 9. First down, moves the chains. Bro, anyone who went to this game as a Chargers fan, oh, my butthole was cracked. Oh, my butthole was cracked. Oh, I've been sitting down all day. So, like, my whole, like, tailbone, my whole back spine is just cracked. It's pretty destroyed right now, boys. We're pretty destroyed. And Gadsden, another 10-yard catch, brings up first down and 10 now at New England's 47-yard line. I mean, hey, getting the job done. All right, 6-yard catch by Loud McConkey. At this point, a lot of this is just garbage time. Chargers may have no fans, so not flying. I mean, but there's still Chargers fans there, That's kind of the thing. All right. 2nd and 10 after incomplete pass down the New England's 35-yard line. feel like low key. I feel like low key the NFL told. I feel like the NFL told what's his name? They told the Chargers told the Patriots like, hey, just let him score a touchdown so that we can like make this actually a game and people can actually enjoy it. Like I feel like that is something that happened in this game at this point. They told the Chargers, say, hey, you know what? I mean, they told the Patriots, like, hey, let him score a touchdown. Let us make this actually a game so that people will, not call it the worst game ever played on football. Herbo scrambles for 1 yard. So that's all Herbo does. Bro scrambles for 1 yard, and that's it. Incomplete pass, 4th and 9, and it's also 2-minute warning. Yep. Part of me is just happy this game is almost over. Man. I don't think he cries. I think he just screams. Based on what I've seen from Jim, he just likes to scream a lot. Okay. Okie dokie. Fourth and 9, baby. 4th and 9. Bills get a free pass in freaking Jacksonville. Two-minute warning. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. This game felt like it was never going to end. But it did, thankfully. There's gonna be a lot of glazing, by the way, for the Patriots moving forward. Like every news station is gonna be glazing the crap out of the Patriots. So just get ready. I'm sleepy too. I felt that. Holy moly. They take out the Bills. I don't care. I don't think they're going to. The Bills always play the Patriots well. The Bills always play the Patriots well. I don't think they're going to take them out. All right, come on. Give me this 4th and 9. I mean, Chargers called a timeout, so I guess any chance of them, getting a touchdown here and getting the ball back is not really a thing anymore. Because they kind of call a timeout, which ruins that whole possibility. Not like they were going to, let's be honest, But any chance of that happening kind of went out the window. You're right, Zach. They can. They can go win it all, Zach. hate this. Oh man, I don't like it. I don't like it. And Herbo gets sacked on 4th and 9. Game over. Well, that was so lackluster. Oh man. The dude is talking about. Don't know what they dude is talking. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I probably because I'm freaking half dead at this point. My brain is half dead. All right, that dude. Oh, he literally just ran through two guys up the middle. Yeah. Why are the Chargers calling timeouts? Why are the Chargers calling timeouts, bro? Chargers. Okay. Have you not just watched the whole part of this game? Yes, the over-under was 45.5. The over-under for this game was 45.5. Whoever made that line needs to go to jail. I don't know who made that line, but whoever made that line needs to go to jail for fraud. Because that over-under 45.5 is a lie. And that's so bad that needs to be investigated. Bro, the Chargers are so down bad. They just allowed a 15-yard run when they're using their timeouts when they're down by 13. Game over. I'm picking sleep. That's my one. Guys, I'll be live tomorrow night for the game. Steelers versus Texans. Go Steelers, I guess, because, yeah, no, I gotta say, go Steelers, because, Zach.